Paul says here that he's not ashamed of the gospel because it's the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes, first to the Jew, then to the Gentile. For in the gospel, the righteousness of God is revealed. Now, the word righteousness it conveys with it this idea that God is taking crooked things and making them straight. And so there is no crookedness in God. There is no waywardness in God. There is no sinfulness in God. And so his righteousness is perfectly straight 100% of the time. And what he does through the gospel is he imputes, that's another theological word, he imputes that righteousness onto us. Now, that just means that he transfers it. And so the righteousness that we hold when we accept Jesus, when we follow Christ, the righteousness that is imputed into us, that is transferred to us, is not our own righteousness. It is the righteousness of Jesus Christ. And so when the Father looks at us, when he looks at Channing, even if I just sinned, even if I just violated one of his commands, he sees me through the righteousness of Jesus because of the blood of Jesus that was shed. It was the perfect atonement, and this is the book of Hebrews, for that sacrifice. He was the perfect sacrifice for those sins. And so we have this righteousness that's been revealed through the gospel. And that righteousness is a total transformation of who we are because it's an identity statement. Your entire identity changes when you begin to follow Jesus. When you commit to the Lord, when you say yes to Jesus and no to the world and no to your flesh and no to the devil, the three enemies we face, your entire identity changes, and that righteousness is an identity. It is I can now, I walk, I am not trying to be made righteous. I am righteous. I have been made righteous. This is the gospel. The gospel is a total life transformation. It's not one day, kumbaya, let's sing songs to Jesus and we'll just bear our grips down on this world. We'll hold on to the handlebars real good and hope that we can make it through this world so that we can go to the great by and by and sing kumbaya with the Lord. That is not the entire picture of the gospel. If the gospel that you've believed doesn't lead you to change your life, if you're not living out of a new identity, then you have not embraced the fullness of the gospel that Paul is preaching in the book of Romans. Because the gospel brings with it a transformation. The word righteousness carries with it an ability to live righteously.